Hi everyone, I'm Vic from Three Root English Club. Today I'd like to share a news story about Volkswagen's plans to cut jobs and possibly close some factories in Europe. I'll talk about four new words, two facts, and one reason why I like this news. Let's get started. First, here are four new words that I learned. The first one is burden, which means something difficult or worrying that you have to deal with. For example, high taxes can be a burden for businesses. The second one is bypass, which means to avoid something, especially a rule or a problem. For example, some companies try to bypass strict rules. The third one is compare, which means to force someone or a company to do something. For example, the new law may compel companies to produce cars in Europe. The fourth one is legislation, which means a law or a group of laws made by a government. For example, the government is discussing new legislation to protect local businesses. And now, here are two interesting facts that I learned from the news. First, Volkswagen may cut tens of thousands of jobs and close some factories in Europe. Second, Chinese car makers now have about 10% of the European car market. Volkswagen is facing several problems, including a weaker Chinese market, high regulations, and strong competition from Chinese car makers. European politicians are now also discussing new legislation to protect European car manufacturers. The new rules could add tariffs on hybrid cars or require foreign companies to produce cars in Europe. Finally, I like to share why I like this news. I like this news because it shows how competition and new laws are changing the car industry. That's all for my news summary today. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.